All right, everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, Mahalias and diplomats, thanks for being part of this beautiful presentation tonight. All right. I wanted us to hit 13. We did 10 minutes past 8, but this is not a bad number anyway. So we take it on from here. Yeah. There's someone I'll be speaking with us tonight. I'll be happy not to see better this opportunity. And this is one person, one leader who has done well. I can tell you this person became became a diamond rank leader, I think, within 8 months. And you know what that one means? It means himself and the team were able to bring in over €1 million sales. And that is not, performance euro sales, no? That is a lot. All right. So if you know what that means, that is a whole lot. And he achieved that. I can't remember the exact month, but I think it's within 8 months that happened. So maybe he will correct me on that. And of course, his background as an investor and as an entrepreneur also has also earned in sports. And of course, as somebody who loves to travel to learn, not just to travel to go and play. And he has done great for himself, has over 13 years combined experience in value creation, business team building, investment coaching, and mentoring. And of course, he's also a CEO. I love that he's in a company named Vashta Crypto Advisory. So you can see somebody knows onions from the south. He's a team lead, the Genius Investors, a group of guys who are actually doing amazing things, especially in this Sapphire ecosystem. Sapphire Diamond rank leader. I've said that is, when we became Diamond rank leaders, we earned no good money, but right now for anyone who becomes a Diamond rank leader, is the money just so much. All right, without much ado, let's introduce, welcome to the call tonight, the one and only Mr. Lorenzo the Great. Hello, sir.
Yes, thank you. Yes. Thank you, Ambassador Light, and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this business session. In case you're new here, we want to talk about money. Yes, the big one. Where I come from, if you earn the kind of money that finishes before the end of the month, it's called money. It's pronounced very brief because it doesn't buy much. But if you earn the type that, it doesn't finish before the end of the month, you have enough for family members, extended family members, and you're smiling each time you are giving out money. That kind of money is called, first of all, breathing. In yoga, they tell you to breathe in. It's called money. So we want to talk about money. How to earn it, how to grow it, how to keep it, how to multiply it by legal and credible means, leveraging technology of today called the blockchain. If you're new to all these words I'm mentioning, don't worry. Before the end of the presentation, we'll be on the same page. Okay, in the world today, a lot of things are happening, both good, bad, and ugly. In Chinese language, anytime a Chinese hears crisis, chaos, what his brain is interpreting it means opportunity, opportunity. Why? Nature does not allow a vacuum. When one door is closed, another one is opening. So the Chinese language prepares people to look for opportunity where there is crisis. Whether it's crisis or fall in the local currency value, whether it's crisis occasioned by COVID, post-COVID crisis, or crisis occasioned by a war in some parts of the world, or just mismanagement by government officials and all that. Those are all opportunities in disguise. How prepared are you to take advantage? That's the question. So we here are Genius Investors, and as members of Sapphire community, we have something unique to offer you if you desire to see the opportunity within the chaos going on right now. But because we'll be talking about money, it is important to do a disclaimer. What is a disclaimer? Even though what I'll be sharing with you is my personal conviction and also the conviction of the mastermind behind a group called Genius Investors who did this research and discovered this ecosystem way back in 2021. Even though we have done our own work, it doesn't relieve you from doing your own, okay? But if I promise you one thing, if you do your research very well and thoroughly, you will come to the same conclusion we've already come to in 2021. And then you will hop in and have fun like we're having. So I wish you the strength to do that. And if you need help in doing that, reach out to the person who invited you to this class or who shared this video with you. We'll be glad to guide you in the process. Okay, so why do you need to listen to us? No matter where you are in the world, there are only 4 ways to make money. And when we're talking about money in this class, money that is earned, not money that is printed, please. Money that is earned by legal and credible means. Okay, there are only 4 ways. And according to this renowned author, Robert Kiyosaki, in his book, Rich Dad Poor Dad and Cash Flow Quadrant, he said those 4 ways are: you're either an employee, somebody pays you salary; you are self-employed, you employ yourself, but hopefully you don't employ a lot of people because you are running a small business; or you're a big business owner, you employ a lot of people and therefore don't need to work inside your business, but you own it; or you're also an investor. Okay, those are the only 4 ways. But where are the rich people and where are the poor people? The poor people are on the left-hand side, either paid employees or self-employed people. Why are they poor? They are sharing only 5% of the available wealth in the world. Please think about that. This is fact, that paid employees and self-employed people make up 95% of the world population, adult population. But how much are they sharing? Just 5% of the available wealth. So imagine 95% of the world population sharing only 5%. Obviously, it's not enough to go around, isn't it? But that's one of the reasons most people are poor anyway. But is that all? No. The right-hand side of the quadrant is where all the good things are. Why is that so? That's where only 5% of the world population, called business owners and investors, are sharing a whopping 95% of the world's wealth. 5% population sharing 95% of the world's wealth. You see the point now? So any brilliant person, even if you are in nursery school or primary school, as far as you can understand what I've just said, if you are asked, where would you rather be? Of course, everybody would like to be on the right-hand side where the goodies are. At least you have to stand a chance there of earning what? A lot of money. Okay, so why am I showing us this? I saw this about 20 years ago, and I took a decision personally that I'm going to end up in the right-hand side of the cash flow quadrant by every means legal and credible. And so no wonder we found a system that can enable anybody who wants to do that today. Start your journey. And that system is, occasioned by the technology of the day called blockchain and an organization called Sapphire. So if you are on the left-hand side of the quadrant, there's good news for you. You can dovetail yourself gradually to the right-hand side of the cash flow quadrant. The vehicle to do that is what I want to show you on behalf of all of us. So please pay attention. The gatekeeper to your asset to the right-hand side of the quadrant is called Sapphire. Sapphire Group International. Please note this name. You can find their website at sapphire.com. This is your first assignment. You can screenshot this page. Sapphire has already given out 200 million to its community members, me and other people, including whoever may have invited you here, in case if you're new. And you can share with us. We're over 500,000 community members, close to 600,000 right now, already partnering with this company and sharing benefits in many industries, including aviation, real estate, cinema and music, sustainable environmental protection, education, and sports ownership. So I'll be breaking all of that down. How credible is this company? They have their office at the tallest building in the world, 147th floor of Burj Khalifa. The tallest business building in the world as I speak is in Dubai. It's called Burj Khalifa. So if you climb to 147th floor, Sapphire Group International is the only company on that floor, the whole of that floor. And we've been rated by a German company, consumer protection company in Germany, has audited our operations and found us worthy of their recommendation. You can see the recommendation on this website if you can screenshot this page. For sake of time, I'm just directing you on what to do in case if you're new. Okay, so a company that has shared over 200 million euro in 2 years or 3 years of operation, I mean, public operation tells you something, isn't it? So how is the money shared? Through partners that are disrupting different, industries. You cannot give money. I mean, you cannot earn money if you don't give value. So where are we offering value and in what structure? Sapphire is like the shop. It's like Apple shop. And inside Apple shop, for those who understand the computer and phone technology business, there are a lot of, product sellers inside the Apple shop. True or true? So if you understand that, then in our own business is on the blockchain, it's called tokenized product. That's the next big word I'm going to share with you. Tokenized product. I'll be breaking it down. While Apple is sharing phone products and phone-related business, Sapphire is sharing opportunity to co-own, underline the words co-own, businesses, products, and services that are tokenized. So how are we doing that? So for tokenization to happen, we need a blockchain. Blockchain is the name of a technology that is ruling the world right now. I'll be explaining it shortly. Our blockchain partner is called Zenic. You can transfer, it has a very high speed of transaction, up to 50,000 transactions per second. More on that shortly. We have our tokenization partner as Ramzik. Ramzik has all the licenses to do business on the blockchain and crypto, tokens and coins and what have you. Details on that later. We have another one called Tupan. Tupan is an environmental company. It does what is called carbon credits. So it protects the environment while making money. We have another one called Evinoc. Evinoc is doing to aviation what Uber has already done to taxi. And you can co-own Evinoc. You can be part of it. Details later. Sido is the first tokenized real estate. For my real estate friends invited to this meeting, pay attention. Sido is doing to real estate what, has not been done before in Austria. Austria is a country in Europe. T-Drone is our drone partner. In the drone world today, we have a patent that allows us to manufacture drones that can carry between 400 kg and 800 kg worth of cargo. It doesn't need an airport. Vertical takeoff, vertical landing, just like an helicopter. And it can go up to 1,000 kilometers, sideways, 1,000 to my left, 1,000 to my right. It can deliver without a pilot and go and come back. So it has wide applications in military, police, surveillance, air service, agriculture, medical service, and what have you. They have, but regardless, the first tokenized movie in the whole of the United Arab Emirates. For those who have been following world trend, United Arab Emirates and the Middle East. The Middle East is the Gulf region, about 8 countries, right? Including Qatar, Bahrain, and Saudi Arabia, and all of that. They are positioning themselves to be bigger than Europe in terms of economy. And so the first tokenized movie in that subcontinent, the Middle East, is what I'm describing for you, called Regardless. Then Vu is the app, just like a boat, used in booking your flight in the future, starting 2024. So get ready. And Gronomics is a personal development company because there's no growth if the person is not growing. Decentraland is a learning institution for anybody who wants to learn about the blockchain, the future of business, both present and and future. And then iFiber, those who have sleep problems, there's a blanket, medical blanket that helps you restore your sleep. And then the Desert Pearl, yes. The first real estate in the world backed by government that is tokenized on a blockchain worth 10 billion euro. The first in the world is on our ecosystem. Okay, so that's it. These are the partners currently we're using to disrupt. And we added a sports partner called Kibona. Kibona is in Croatia, in Europe. Details of that as we go on. And then I also have an extra package for those who are looking for business, those who are marketers, those who are business leaders, team builders like me and all that. There's an extra deal. If you stay to the end, I'll summarize that deal for you and we can close and take your questions. And so if we're ready, can we type 1 on the comment box? If we're ready for the deal, can we type 1 on the comment box? Yeah? Okay, thank you for those who have typed already, right? So I'll move on. So how is the deal structured? Our first main partners, background partners, primary partners, without which nothing can happen, is Zenic and Ramzik. You can see top right corner on the screen. You can see Zenic and Ramzik. Why Zenic is the blockchain like Ethereum, like Bitcoin, like Solana. Blockchain is the new internet. Remember, the first time the internet came, it solved a problem that we called emailing. So paper mail dropped in value. Then people who understood it went further to develop it into social media. So Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and all that are running on social media. But you can't transact money on social media because it's not safe. So people who understand safety and the fact that transactions, financial and otherwise, need to come to the blockchain because the blockchain is a secure technology that cuts off middlemen. And so the blockchain was developed as the 3rd major use case of the internet. So after this class, if somebody asks you, what is the blockchain and all that? So it's the 3rd major use case of the internet. The first one being for email, majorly. The second use case being for social media. The 3rd use case of the internet is called the blockchain. Digital ledger technology, they mean the same thing. If you hear DLT, it means digital ledger technology. It means the same thing as the blockchain. These are just terminologies, but I'll do my best to explain to you how you can participate in it from an ownership perspective, how you can benefit, all right? Instead of just hearing news, how you can benefit from the news. That's the reason we are here today. So our partner to help you is called Sapphire. So Sapphire is decentralized system. It helps community members to earn money as it's earning money. The world is changing. The gap between the rich and the poor is being reduced right now so that more people can be richer using technology. That's why I promised you, if you want to move from the left-hand side of the cash flow quadrant where there are poor people, the poor people assembly, to the rich people assembly, Sapphire is your gateway, leveraging the technology called blockchain, also known as digital ledger technology. Actually, this is a summary of what we want to discuss today. But how do you participate? I will show you that. With as little as 100 euro, you can start your journey. And as much as 1 billion euro, you are good to go. So how does that work exactly? You need a smartphone only. But who does it and what's the structure? So you pay attention. The person that does it is Sapphire. The main structure partners for technology are Zenic and Ramzik, like I said. Ramzik, on behalf of the ecosystem run by Sapphire, has the following licenses. Technology, research, and development license. I think we can do it by screenshotting so that can be a bit fast. Then technology consultancy license, distributed ledger technology services license, metaverse service provider license, NFT e-marketplace provider, proprietary trading in crypto commodities. These are licenses owned by Ramzik on behalf of the entire ecosystem running on the Zenic blockchain. So what is the relationship between Zenic and Ramzik? Zenic is the layer one blockchain, just like Ethereum, while Ramzik is the administrator for tokenization. I will explain that. Tokenization is what the Zenic blockchain was principally designed for, because of which it has its own smart chain. So smart chain is an equipment that allows you house other projects that don't need their own blockchain. Just like a landlord can have his own house and also decide to build block of flats for tenants. So that block of flats is like a smart chain because strangers will come and stay and go. So in the blockchain industry, the landlord is Zenic. Zenic is the landowner. While the smart chain is like the block of flats where other projects that don't need their own blockchain but are useful in their industry can come and leverage, take advantage of the advantages of our own blockchain. So Ramzik, therefore, is the gatekeeper for tokenization. I'll explain what tokenization is. Then, who are other partners? We have in Dubai. Remember, this business is registered with the laws of Dubai. The blockchain law of Dubai was launched in March 2022 and signed by the Vice President of the UAE. So there's a law that protects blockchain-related businesses in the whole of the UAE. That law signed in March, like I said, 2022, gave rise to a standalone regulatory authority called Virtual Assets Regulatory Authority of Dubai, with head office at World Trade Center in Dubai. And so you have a regulator, you have a law. So that makes everything that comes out of this ecosystem to be legal and credible. That is one major reason why the owner of Binance is the 19th biggest billionaire in the world, according to Forbes magazine of 2022. And his name is Changpeng Zhao. His nickname is CZ for short. It's a Chinese. So when the Chinese government became uncomfortable the way he was growing as a billionaire and doing blockchain business, I think he's one of the smartest the blockchain has produced so far. They made laws to make it difficult for private entrepreneurs like him to stay in China. He moved to Dubai. I'm telling you one of the reasons he moved. So he moved to Dubai because there are laws protecting blockchain business in the state of the UAE as a country, and there's a standalone regulatory authority. Please note that Changpeng Zhao, a Chinese billionaire, didn't go to the United States of America. He didn't go to Singapore. He didn't go to France. He didn't go to Switzerland. He didn't go to China. He didn't go to where else that is making good waves, Estonia. But he came to the state of Dubai. So that should make ring a bell. Okay. Now, in addition to that, the royal family gave one of the sons of the current leader of Dubai, is a co-founder of this ecosystem. His name is Sheikh Saeed Al Maktoum. You can see his name there, Sheikh Saeed Al Maktoum. He's a co-founder of Ramzik, and Ramzik is the gatekeeper for tokenization. Then it's a shareholder in Zenic as well. Then 80 developers, apart from the 25 that's already in Dubai, we have 80 developers globally. To get one developer dedicated to a project right now in the world is a big deal. So to assemble 80 is an awesome business. It's not a mere coincidence. And so, like I told you, the main strategic partner remains Sapphire. Sapphire is like, the person building the community. This explanation I'm doing for you is the business of Sapphire, for example. Okay, so what ecosystem have you built? Through which mechanism will all these things I'm talking about happen? Technology-wise, we have our own blockchain, just like Ethereum has Ethereum, then it has its own smart chain, ERC20. Here, our blockchain is called Zenic. Our own smart chain is called Zen20. So what everything Ethereum can do, our own can do it, and much more. Why do I say much more? We have a transaction speed of up to 50,000 transactions per second. Ethereum is still running at 23 transactions per second, even though it is in the process of upgrading. So where Ethereum is trying to upgrade to, we're already there. Just to give you an example. Then two, we're the first company to have a hardware, just like an iPad, that keeps every blockchain product, whether it's Zenic, whether it's Bitcoin, whether it's Solana and all that. But it's a cold wallet and also a soft wallet. And it's connected to your phone. Okay, we have our own normal app. Sorry, I think I've made a mistake. Okay, our hardware, which you can purchase and it will be delivered to you, is connected to a software app called Nomo. I'll be explaining all of that. So we're the first to do this combination of, hardware and software wallets standalone in a device that can also mint tokens for you. So you are your own minter. Minting is a current word for mining. So you can produce your own assets. Okay, so how do we do that? After owning our own blockchain, we're developing our own decentralized, what do they call it? Exchange. Exchange is a marketplace. Why Binance is the biggest centralized exchange in the world, and we're happy for them. We, Zenith, are building the biggest decentralized exchange in the world, backed directly and indirectly by the government officials of the UAE, specific the government of Dubai. Then that should ring bell because that's the first time in the world we're seeing government directly involved in a singular blockchain. If you know any other one, please let me know in the comment box. Then Zenic has its own hub, which I've explained. We have our own normal app. This is a decentralized wallet with your own security phrase, just like your Trust wallet or your Exodus wallet. We have our own 100% owned by our ecosystem called normal app. Then we have a debit card that enables you pay for services in cryptocurrency called USDT, stablecoin, United States dollar, up to $1 million, credit units. Details on that shortly. Then we have our own staking units. Staking hints is like what you do with your bank. You keep your money in the bank instead of leaving it idle. You fix deposit it so that you get interest. So our own, it works here as well, and the interest is in digital currency, not government currency. So we are superior in that, and our returns are higher than the normal bank returns. Then we have our own swap, whereby you can change from one currency to the other, just like a small market space within your normal app running on your phone for free. So we have a very big ecosystem that is designed, like I said, for tokenization. Tokenization is our main business, and that's the reason we called you out here. I'll be explaining what that means. It's just a simple way of, instead of doing what you're doing with the stock market to buy shares, if you bring the company ownership to the blockchain that is licensed to do that like Zenith, what you get are tokens. Tokens are digital assets, while shares are like monopoly by the government, while blockchain here is decentralized. And so projects here are more transparent, easy to buy, easy to sell. They are global, cheap to operate, and what have you, no middlemen and what have you. So that's the new biggest business in the world. It's called tokenization. According to World Economic Forum, assets to be tokenized are worth over 800 trillion United States dollars. Source of information, World Economic Forum, 2018 and 2021 reports. If you go online and click very well, you are patient to research, you see the report, and it's a very detailed report. You need to be patient to read it, to extract what I've just told you. Then we have our own smart chain, like I said. So projects that are not, originating in our own blockchain can come from different industries and get tokenized on our blockchain. Also, owning this kind of big ecosystem was the reason Zenic was not yet popular earlier, because it takes time to build this infrastructure I've just told you. So the foundation is done. It's like when a civil engineering company is building a big project, they first of all fence it. Have you noticed? They fence it. When they finish the foundation, then it's like they start putting on the pillars, the magic starts happening. So the magic has started happening at Zenic. If you've not heard of Zenic before now, I think you're in good time. You are in luck. Why do I say that? Big companies like BlackRock has assets worth $11 trillion. BlackRock. You can Google BlackRock, asset value of BlackRock, or asset under management for BlackRock. You can do that assignment to confirm to yourself. The CEO is a man called Larry Fink. You can also confirm online. Who's the CEO of BlackRock? Larry Fink. So how do you know the value of 11 trillion? Only United States and China have economy, size, GDP that is bigger than 11 trillion. Only those 2 countries. All the other countries, their entire country GDP is less than 11 trillion. So this company alone, with another one called Vanguard, together, are like bigger than countries of the world. And for the CEO of such a company that knows exactly what they are doing, how they manipulate, the global economy, to make statement that the next generation of markets will be tokens. You can Google and say BlackRock CEO says next generation for market is tokenization online and see what you get. So you are in good time because 10% of global GDP will be tokenized by 2030. And that will be worth $24 trillion in the next 4 years, between 2027, between 2023 and 2027. So how are all this going to happen? All this money I'm calling, through which system is it going to happen? And what is tokenization anyway, in case you're new? Tokenization, like I said, is instead of going to the stock market to go and do your public offer, whereby the public can buy your shares after the stock market has done it, you bring it to the blockchain. So if the blockchain does it for you, the advantages I've been talking about, it's called token instead of shares. And those tokens are universal. They can be traded. They can rise in price. They can fall in price. No middlemen. Government regulation is at the beginning. Because if you want to buy shares, you need a stockbroker. You buy, if it's an African country, it's not the day you buy, you get credit. You wait for 2 days and stuff and all that. So all those middlemen are cut off. So tokenization is like self-regulating because the blockchain is so transparent. It's like a glass house. The community like you and I are the owners of the blockchain in our own case. There are 2 types of blockchain. The one Binance is running and the one other people are running are called centralized blockchain. How do you know something is centralized? Anytime you want to make a withdrawal, somebody will need to approve. Okay? If the person doesn't approve, the money will not leave the system. True or true? But in a decentralized blockchain like Zenic, it is the blockchain itself that is the approving authority. That's a significant difference. This is the reason many blockchains are not decentralized, because it takes time to audit a decentralized blockchain to get it to be self-accounting. And we have already built it. We're building the exchange that will be bigger than Binance times 10 after 3 years of operation. That's after it has been launched. Okay? 3 years thereafter, the capacity will be 10 times bigger than what Binance is doing today. So that's to tell you how big. Remember, the government of Dubai and the personalities behind, the development of Dubai, they are not known to do very small things, or are they? And so this is not surprising at all. Here, they are already partnering with the private sector to do it. The private sector good heads came from Austria. And then other citizens of Dubai came together and partnered to build this large ecosystem. So watch out for it. It will help project finance. It will be to save money. It is 100% transparent. Real estate can be tokenized. Solar plants can be tokenized. Art and paintings, patent licenses, contracts for work, smart contracts, and what have you. Access for raw materials and what have you. So all that are happening right now. And my duty this evening is to show you how to start this night with as little as 100 euro, 1,000 euro, 100,000 euro, 1 million euro, 1 billion euro, depending on your capacity, and multiples, thereafter. The person who shared this video with you, who invited you here, will lead you through, okay? And if you're interested in building business with it, like I said, then stay with me to the end. I will show you what to do. I've shown you this picture before. These are our various partners. So all I encourage you to do is screenshot this page and go to their website. Each of them has a website, okay? Zenic is the main blockchain partner. Evinoc is disrupting 1 trillion worth of aviation turnover every year. Regardless, the movie Tupan, the carbon credit, worth 1 trillion also and still rising. Carbon credit is so important in the world now that 192 countries came together and signed an accord with the UN called the Glasgow Accord and the Paris Accord, whereby companies that are exhibiting too much CO2, dangerous gases, will have to be buying carbon credits from companies like Tupan that are doing the opposite, that is producing the balance of oxygen. So Tupan is the first company I know in the world that is using blockchain to achieve that, and is licensed by Security and Exchange Commission of the United States of America. That's Tupan for you. So I can't give you all the details, but please go to their websites to find out. These are all companies on the Zenic Smart Chain ecosystem. These are our own companies. You can only get into them through Sapphire. There's no other way. And getting into them means buying co-ownership. Please underline the word co-ownership. I showed you the cash flow quadrant. Investors are only 1%. They are the smartest people in the world. Then business builders are the next smartest people. The rest people are talkatives, highly qualified lawyers, accountants, hairdressers, specialists, but they don't have enough time to enjoy the money they are making. Paid employees, your boss determines when you can even see your spouse, whether you can have a male child or a female child. You know what is involved for those of us who are parents. So the question now, is that the only way life should be lived? The answer is no. Technology has come to do more than 50% of the work required to make you a millionaire, at least in dollars, to start from there. If you can give it in my estimation between 4 to 7 years. With as little as 100 euro and the training that is involved, with Sapphire on your, at your back. If you're willing to do the work the way I'm going to describe for you if I finish, then you see something that is legal and credible, backed by government, that can certainly save you, take care of your old age, save your children from embarrassment, save you from community pressure, something you can build your life on, instead of praying and you're not working with the right tool. You get it? So even if you pray and you don't work, it's still bunk on. You know that already as an adult. So you need to work on something that works, backed by government. You're not afraid of anything. And then you're coming to deal with eggheads, industries that have been, disrupted so that profitability is high, while cost of doing business is low. That's where technology comes in. Okay, so I've given you time to screenshot. I hope you did that, because you need to also do your own assignment. I've done mine already, so I know all this information I'm giving you. Just time will not permit me to go into all of that. So remember also, all these efforts are because there's a technology that allows you mint ownership. It's like minting your own shares. This one is not shares, it's called token. I'm just using shares because that's what you're familiar with, because it's similar. The world is moving from government-regulated, middlemen, cumbersome businesses to technology-related businesses that can be run from your smartphone only. The same way you send email and send WhatsApp messages, you never ask who delivered it. Did you ask? But did the message get delivered? The answer is yes. That's the same way. The same technology is coming out to say, let's do financial transaction. So there's an additional infrastructure on the internet called a blockchain or digital ledger technology, all of which you can find out from YouTube, from Google search, in case if you're new. But if you're not new, you already know there are ways and means now you can mint ownership of your own token. Don't you know? Bitcoin, for example, the first test case of the blockchain, they are Bitcoin miners. So that was the old technology at the time. The new technology for doing the same thing mining used to do is called minting. And then to make sure that it's transparent, everybody can participate, the wealth can go around. Community minting is what is adopted by Sapphire and Zenic. The community, who is the community, is you and I. We participate by being investors and we gain the benefits that come out of anything that happens in the entire ecosystem. Imagine that you are called when Apple started and you are told that, Apple will be the #1 phone company in the world and computer company in the world. Come and buy shares, come and own, so that when people come to display whatever they are displaying on Apple Shop now, anything they buy there, you get a commission. Would you have come? If your answer is yes, then that one is gone, or is it not gone? The new one is what I'm showing you, 800 trillion worth of value, $800 trillion worth of value is to be exchanging hand. So anytime value is exchanging like that, anybody who positions himself or herself well, get a chunk of it. In my part of Africa, they say if you have decided to eat frog, you better eat a big one. So we that are doing technology-based business, we decided that due to research, this is where the biggest transfer is taking place. And there's no need to play small. No matter where you are, as far as you have internet, whether you are living inside the moon or under the ground or in the forest, the question is, do you have internet there? Yes. Do you have a smartphone? Yes. Can you hear English like I'm speaking? You say yes. Then you're good to go. All you need to do is contact the person who shared this video with you for more details. I've told you with as little as 100 euro, you can begin your journey. And that is not to say you should go and focus on 100 euro. No. When I started this journey, I think I started with about $6,000 worth of, because I had the money at the time. So do what you can while you are learning. Then when you understand what we have understood, because we did the research, nobody will tell you to invest more. You do it out of your own conviction. So even if you're a student, even if you just returned from prison, even though you're a business owner, you've never done investment before, you don't even understand technology, you don't need to understand everything. As well as you can understand that if you press the switch on your wall, light will come in, isn't it? Do you get to understand how what they call it, Zika Dam, where the light came from? Can you explain everything? The answer is no. But if you press the switch with the light, say yes. So that's how it works. There are engineers that can explain all of them, but those engineers may not be as rich as you, because we're talking about how to make money here. You get it now? So we put everything together for you for free. Honestly, this is the best time in the world that if you're ready to work, Underline the word. If you're ready to work, then the reward is more than the work, because of technology has done more than 50% of the work for you already. Okay, so that's it. So the projects now, we now decided that instead of people buying projects one after the other, some people may just want a package to test everything, you know? So the company responded to that. It's called portfolio minting, whereby six of the projects in different industries I've mentioned came together and gave us a discount of about 39% on the average. So that instead of buying something for 1 million naira or $1 million or 1 million euro or 1 million Ghanaian cedi, if somebody gives you 39% discount, will you go for it? That's exactly what is happening here. So these 6 companies say, okay, buy a pack from us. Each of us will be maintaining ownership of this token for you for between 8 to 10 years. Please underline those words. Every day, if you buy into this pack, it will be maintaining co-ownership of these projects every single day for between 8 to 10 years. If that's the only thing you understood today, please go and think about it. That you're buying into ownership of project that is legal, credible, disrupting its own industry, regulated by government, regulatory agency in Dubai, supported by the laws of Dubai. And you can access it to as little as 100 euro, 200 euro, 1,000 euro, 1 million euro, 1 billion euro. And yet, you don't need to work other than to invest in it, in the technology. And that you'll be minting co-ownership shares equivalent for you at a certain rate every single day. You heard me right. Once you take that decision and activate it every single day for between 8 to 10 years. So why between 8 to 10 years? Because the supply will reduce with time. And those who already have it, the price, when the world will wake up to this 800 trillion worth of value I've been telling you about, that's when you now become rich, because the ownership of those projects are now in your hand because you've been minting the token. It's like buying shares when it is cheap, all right, and holding it. But here you're buying what mints the ownership. Okay, it's like chicken and egg. Instead of buying the egg, which is the shares or the tokens, buy the fowl that will lay the egg every day for you for between 8 to 10 years. So that fowl is what we're selling. But fowl co-ownership of these projects I've been mentioning. And I hope and trust that you click on the website, the website, and go and check how big these projects are. One of them is VU. If you know that Uber and Bolt are richer than any taxi company in the world. Meanwhile, they don't own any taxi officially. That's because they brought customer to taxi owner and took 20 to 25%. For every Bolt or Uber you drive and pay, you book and pay. Do you know that between 20 and 25% goes to the owners of the app? Are you aware? Meanwhile, they don't have a car. They don't have driver to maintain. They don't have fuel to buy. That's huge. So that has already happened. VU is the next one happening for aviation. So anytime you book a flight, you get royalty points in every knock token. And then the airline is more expensive. You know that one. So last year alone, airline did 800 billion worth of business. 4 billion flights. What is a flight? You book to and fro. That's one flight. 4 billion flights took place in the world in 2022. So if you multiply it by about 200 euro per flight, 200 euro value or dollar per flight, multiply by 4 billion flights globally, that will give you about 800 billion. That was already 2022, last year. So imagine that you are coming with an app like Uber, the first time, no competition, the very first time in the world. As we speak, there's no competition. So if you come and then say, okay, 10%, since you are just started, 10%. So 10% of 800 billion, how much is that? Is that not 80 billion? $80 billion. You don't have aircraft, you're not maintaining aircraft. You don't have staff. All you have is an app and all the licenses, and everybody's coming to you because the customer finds you, easy to access. Just like the same way, if you told people before that Uber will be this successful, would they have agreed? The answer is no. But now is Uber not more successful than any taxi company in the world? Is Airbnb not successful than any real estate company in the world? That's the power of technology. So everything is changing. The technology that is causing a new revolution is now the blockchain. When Uber and Bolt came, the blockchain has not been matured yet. If not, they would have been here. And guess what? All of them are coming back here because the cost of doing business here is lower than where they are. Otherwise, they will lose their market. So I'm taking this time to just explain the concept. So all the businesses that I'll be showing you are running on the same concept. Okay? So watch out for it. Your gateway is the person who invited you here. He can answer your questions. He can give you more explanations. But if you type your question on the comment box, before I finish, I'll be able to answer them. Then T-Drone, like I told you before, is a drone company. Tupan is environmental company, just because of time anyway. Then I told you about our Nomo app, didn't I? This Nomo app is, it does everything any blockchain app does for you and much more. I will just focus on the much more because we've done everything other people have done, including Trust Wallet, Exodus Wallet, and all that. We've done all they have done. If you are doing anything new, it must be better than what is there already. If not, nobody will patronize you. True. So what is the new thing? We've added chatting on the app, just like you do in WhatsApp. But our own chats, nobody can access it because it's kept on the blockchain, it's decentralized. What makes the blockchain unique is that what keeps the transaction record on the blockchain is not kept in one place. As you buy into all this investment, part of that node is kept with you in a way that when people want to now look into what is happening, you can't see it because it's located in different places and is updated simultaneously. Say a technology device, a chip does that. So it confuses anybody who is coming to spy. So for the first time in the world, we're having information kept in a way that all of us are watching it at the same time. So there's no stealing. Yes, you may not understand that, but just know that there's a major difference. If you notice all the other places, if government writes those organizations, they can disclose your chart. I hope you know that. But here, the blockchain is the owner of the chart. There's no way to access it in the first place. And so that brings another form of security called decentralized autonomous organization, decentralized. And so you can do your video call now, you can do your voice call, you can show whatever and be sure that nobody can access it apart from you and the person making the call. And when this happened to WhatsApp, remember WhatsApp was bought about 19 billion some years back. That time WhatsApp couldn't do video call. Do you remember? WhatsApp cannot even send digital assets like cryptocurrencies between users. Can it? Right now, the answer is no. But guess what? Nomo app has all these features and you can send your cryptocurrency across from one user to the other as far as the person is on your database, just like your contact list. You don't need to now ask for whether it's blockchain wallet or should I send you or Litecoin wallet. No. Once the person is within your contact list and has downloaded this app, you just send the person any currency. The receiving app will program it accordingly and drop it in the right wallet. Yeah, so you don't need to be sending different wallet addresses. So we are a one-stop shop. Okay, so all our products are unique. I thought I should make this background so any new person here would realize that you are coming to something which is designed for the present and the future. And this can start your journey to your financial freedom, starting part-time or full-time as you like it. So your income is sustainable because you maintain different ownerships. Please underline the word ownerships of different industries. So it's not one industry alone. It's different industries. It's like different industries coming to the internet. If you notice that time the internet came, I'm doing internet business. People think it's one business. No. Internet is just a technology that enables different businesses in different industries to come on board. And this one is designed in a way that with your smartphone only. That's the minimum condition. You can deal. Anytime the things that are minted for you can sell any day, anytime. If it's minted today, next week you can begin to sell. You can decide to keep it to sell after 1 month or 1 year. It's your choice. Everything is power is back, to you. Power is back to you personally. Okay? Remember the meeting is 24 hours for between 8 to 10 years. For each of the projects, you take. Then how do you participate? How do you participate? I think I mentioned that already. Contact the person who invited you, who give you a link. All right? Or you invited yourself, you know what to do. You get a link. That link is free, just to make you register between 5 to 10 minutes. You are done to give you an email confirmation. Then you are good to go. Okay? So I will recommend that you buy into the packages. The least package, if you're buying the packages together, is 188 euro. You have the bigger ones, 4,000 is the most popular, 4,109. That will give you a lot more leverage. Okay? So the person who invited you, the list, like I said, is 188 if you are doing the combination. But if you are choosing one project only, it's 100 euro, that is the list. Why I'm talking about the list is no need to ask that question. It has already been answered. But is that the only deal? No. There are higher deals. You can see this other one, 499, 495. You can see 1,180. And the projects you'll be buying into, you can see them listed. You can screenshot. Okay. If money is not a problem, then go for the best deal. The best leverage deal is 4,190 euro. And you can buy multiples of this. I'm addressing those that have money. Money is not the issue. Okay. You can see all the projects here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 even. All right. Okay, so let's go. If you have more money, you know what to do. If you have less money, it combines almost everything on the shop for those who want leverage. Okay, so how do we control supply? Supply is controlled by what is called annual halving and sales halving. Those who understand blockchain technology, Bitcoin has halving every 4 years. That means the number of supply is reduced by half every 4 years. Here, our own, the number of supply is reduced by half every year. So our own tokens, all the projects running on our smart chain have the same algorithm. So the chances of having excess supply and low demand doesn't exist after 2 years. So any project you see here that has survived 2 years, you see that the demand will have reduced. Why this? I mean, the supply would have reduced because of this sales and annual halving. That's when the demand is taking off. Anybody who has done business know that the critical point in most businesses is 4 years. The critical point in any normal business, those who have experience of business like I do, is 4 years. So before that 4 years, everything is in place. You will make money before the 4 years because technology is working for you. But I'm talking about the big one, the one I mentioned called money. Comes between 4 to 7 years. Okay, so then while we invited you, there's something new in addition to all that I've shown you today. An icon has been put on our blockchain. You know, blockchain business is 14, 15 years old in the world. Blockchain as a technology. So the whole world has come to realize that, look, you can't wish it away. And so government has come in. The government of the UAE have been looking for a blockchain with which to use to, further their takeover of the world economy, especially overtaking Europe. That is their plan. So technology will help you because it's like driving a car and somebody is trekking. The person driving a car will move faster, isn't it? And so the new car now is a blockchain technology and artificial intelligence. And so the government of Dubai decided that their 5th iconic project, I will explain what an iconic project is now to be betted on the Zenith blockchain and smart chain, to be sold only by Sapphire. We are the only ones through whom you can understand what is going on. So what is an iconic project? They've done 4 already. The 5th one is what I'm talking about. The first one they did was the Burj Arab. You can see this picture here. The second one was Burj Khalifa, the tallest building in the world. The third one is Dubai Mall. The 4th one is the world's largest man-made island called a Palm. This is an iconic project. What is an iconic project? A project that has not been done like that before in terms of innovation, in terms of technology, and it's not easily duplicatable. Can't find it anyhow in the world. Most times that's the one and only. So the 5th one is what we're talking about today. It's called a Dubai Desert Pearl. Why is it located in Dubai? Of course, like it or hate it, Dubai is one of the fastest growing cities that is friendly to immigrants in the world. And immigrants come with all their brains, their different cultures and all that. That's how America was built. So Dubai is probably very fast and is a fact that nobody can deny. And so if Dubai now decide to choose one particular blockchain, underline the words, one particular blockchain to partner with this government to do the 5th iconic real estate project, then we should all listen. And you should also listen very carefully going forward. And listen to this statement. In alignment with the Dubai Land Department, Dubai Land Department is the owner of the land in Dubai on behalf of the government. And then DDS Global is the name of the company that partnered with this Dubai Land Department and got a design company. Design company is a beautician, somebody that is known, renowned in the world, is in the top 2 in the world, that designs private jets for rich people, design private yachts, that is what they call it, private ship for rich people, design private hotels, villas for the rich, airlines, and what have you. Those are their background. Their name is Zook. You can Google it, Zook Design, as spelled. You can see the spelling or you screenshot this page. So this relationship was betted on the 5th of August. It's been on the background, how they are going to bring everything that brings people to Dubai. There are 5 major things that take people to Dubai. Holiday, shopping, hospital, school, museum, enjoyment, and what have you. So they have data, I hope you know. So they now decided that everything that brings people to Dubai, they are going to build it afresh, but this time in the desert. And the cost of construction will be 10 billion euro. And this is how the final effect will look like. If James Investors is there, she can help us play a video to show you the final effect of what I'm talking about. But the deal here is that you can access this ownership of this beautiful structure, right, from Sapphire only. Whether you are Hilton, whether you are Marriott, whether you're Samsung, you want to buy office, or your Apple, you want to buy office, or your Amazon, you want to buy office, in the desert, when the desert pearl is finally completed, the only way to do that is to have a Sapphire account. And the money to be provided when you're buying, whether you're buying your villa or what have you. I hope you can see what is to be constructed on the screen. Please read fast or screenshot and study because of time. Opening date is 2029, but construction will be done in 4 years only. And cost of construction is $10 billion. Sorry, 10 billion euro. Those who understand business of Dubai, if you start real estate from the land, from the construction stage to the finishing, the value would have increased between 5 to 7 times. That's if you use 1 million euro, if you sink in 1 million euro, it will be 5 million euro or 7 million euro. So in this case, we're sinking 10 billion euro. You know, it will be 50 billion euro or 70 billion euro on arrival. So a conservative estimate says we've sink in 10. In 4 years, it should be like 35 billion. But you know the good news? If the land has been tokenized on our blockchain, what that means is that you can buy the hub, the same hub I told you about, that will be minting the desert pair token for you. Desert pair token is backed by Dubai land, is backed by this 10 billion worth of construction that will be sunk on it. And when people are coming to buy the carcass, if you know real estate business, when you build to an extent, people can come and buy it, like big companies in the world, like Samsung, Apple. Have you visited Dubai Mall, for example? 50,000 square meter underground shopping mall will be built in the Dubai desert. It will be air conditioned. The state of the art of every technology in the world is being put there. So it will be like the next Olympics for aesthetics. Can you see 300 room, 6-star luxury hotel? Can you see 500 room, 5-star family hotel? Can you see 300 self-contained luxury apartments? Who are those to live in this place? Who are those to buy it? They can only buy it using 50% to pay as a desert pair token. Let's assume you want to buy a villa there and it's costing 10 million euro, for example. The current thinking is that 50% of the desert pair token will be provided as part of that 10 million. And the other 50 will be provided as dirham, dollar, or euro. So this is an in-house market already for those of us who buy into the desert pair minting opportunity. And it's open to you listening to me today. What you're minting, when people who now come later to buy the carcass or buy shop or this and that to own the big companies, the mode of payment for what they want to buy is that 50% will come from the token that you're already minting now. So where are they going to get the token? That's the question. Is either they buy the token minter, like we're selling to you right now, the idea to you, or they'll buy from us who are already minting. So there's already an in-house market. So if the entire business is now worth 10 billion, 70 billion, from 10 billion construction cost to 70 billion because it's an iconic project backed by government and is unique in the world, with all these features. That means half of that, which is 35 billion, half of the 70 billion, will be chasing the tokens that you and I are minting today. So that's an in-house market, different from the one that Binance and Latoken and Bitmart and all those exchanges will place on it. We're talking about in-house. So why not have a token, a real estate token that is backed by land, backed by the government of the state of Dubai, backed by 50% buyback for those who want to come and patronize. And that will be the next holiday destination in the world for events and what have you. And guess what? All of this I'm telling you can only be done with a Sapphire account. Without Sapphire, you can't come in. It's an exclusive deal. Okay, so I've explained all of this. You can also screenshot this so that I can round up. So I'll give you 1 second to screenshot this so that this is a confirmation of all I've told you about the tokenomics, about the value of the asset, about the sales, the sellability, the value, and everything I've explained in the earlier slide. It's put here official. And when you open your Sapphire account for free, all these details are there at the back end before you buy into any of the projects. All this information is in the frequently asked questions section. So for my real estate friends invited to this meeting, you can see where the future is going, can't you? So you better tag along so that you can understand and know when to even bring your own real estate company for tokenization in the future. Okay, so everything has been said. All you need to do is take action. The project is called the Desert Pearl. You can check it on YouTube. You can check it on Google. This project was launched live. I was physically present in Dubai on the 5th of August by the royal family. 2 tables separated me from where the royal families were sitting with the royal family flag. And the pictures of that at your backend. Once you sign into sapphire.com backend, you go to the menu. If you scroll down, third to the last item on the menu, you'll see gallery. Click on the gallery, you see the pictures. If you look very well, you see me somewhere in between. So why am I telling you this? I'm physically present I've seen it all. And this is how big things happen in the world. First, only a small number will witness it. Only those who believe and do their own research and due diligence and take an early position will be able to come in small, and then the system will grow you very big. That is how to make $1 billion. That's how to make $1 million for those who are interested. It's not by working 9 to 5. It's by being where action needs to take place. Just like, and then take an early position. Bill Gates captured it. Bill Gates is one of my mentors for technology. He was asked in an interview by some journalists, so guy, you've made a lot of money. What would be your advice to people who are coming up in case they want to make money? What's the best way to make money? Do you know this answer? He said, first of all, study, research. What's the purpose of research? To find where the world is going next, where the next big thing in the world. Make sure you are there early. That's point 2. Then when you are there early, take a vantage position. What is a vantage position? Position yourself like a gatekeeper. So that when people are coming, they'll be paying you toll gate. Then Sapphire has done that. But we are Genius investors and Sapphire community members. We now discover that this is what is exactly going on. And Sapphire now gave us an opportunity to tag along with them. That is the opportunity we're extending to you today. You can see that government has already come. Who else is remaining? No one. So the next big money is here. You can see how, when it is finished, how beautiful it will look like. Then the next message I have is on my sports fans. So how much do you need to come in? There are 2 ways to come in. First of all, buy the Zenith Hub I told you about, the iPad for equivalent for digital and blockchain business. That will give you 300% discount when you're buying the Desert Pearl, hub. All right, this is the Desert Pearl. One full hub is 14,990. Remember, it's real estate we're talking about. And the land, approved, sponsored, participated by the government of Dubai, chaired by the chairman, CEO of the Dubai Land Department. Okay, but supposing you don't have up to 14,000, remember you can buy 14,990 and multiples thereafter. But let's assume you don't want to buy that has a discount. You can buy a standalone, just extra 300 euro. That will give 15,290 for the Desert Pearl. So what are you buying into? It's like you're buying fowl that will be laying the Desert Pearl egg called token, Desert Pearl token. It is that token that you now sell. All right? Who are those buying? Those who want to now buy into the real estate carcass. 50% of the money they will use to pay must come from this Desert Pearl token. So you're in business that has credible demand, right? Before the secondary demand by the market. Okay, so you can see the breakdown. For those who have only 100 euro, you can still participate. For those who have 400, for those who have 700 euro, you can still participate, right? The difference here is that you're sharing a home with a lot of people. Okay, half bread is better than food chain. There's a statement like that. And then you can test the depth of the river with starting small, then you can now do more later. I'm taking my time to explain all of this because I understand some new persons are here. Otherwise, some of us already know these facts, right? And so the next one on the agenda is sports. So a lot of people like sports. They follow sports companies. They follow sports, influencers, fans and all that. But they don't earn. They don't participate in the business of sports. Only the rich people do that. No wonder some of the Arabic billionaires have come in to buy the European clubs that are doing well, okay, including some British clubs and so on. Have you ever asked yourself, why would billionaires go and be buying into sports ownership? Think about it. And so the reason is that poor people follow sports. Rich people invest in the ownership of the stadium and other gate tickets and other things. So this has been a problem in the world where rich people are just interested in getting richer, while poor people are interested in carrying the crumbs. So the blockchain technology has come to give us an opportunity to change that discussion. So to be able to change that, there's this sports company that has been tokenized on our blockchain. I've told you what tokenization is. They brought their blockchain, instead of going to the stock market, they brought it to the blockchain. Instead of having shares, we now have tokens. And now, our blockchain is structured. Any company by whatever name called, once you're coming, you must pass through Ramsey. And once Ramsey does their due diligence on you, both international and local, right? And bring you to our blockchain, the programmers must program the ownership of your company, haven't been so confirmed, in a way that only Sapphire can sell it. And the way to sell it is what I've been explaining to you. Buy a hub that will maintain, the share equivalent called token every day for between 8 to 10 years. And when you come in early, the percentage you'll be getting per day, the percentage of the token you'll be getting per day is high. It will be reducing with time to disfavor those who come later. Okay. So now, right now, this particular one was just launched about 10 days ago. Kibona is a Croatian basketball and football academy. Okay. It has produced a lot of people. It was started in 1946. Okay. It has won European League 2 times in 1985 and 1986. So it's not a company that was yesterday. It has 25 million views. Over 25 million views on TV. It has produced NBA stars, 14. Imagine a man that started business in 1946. Some of us here are not yet born by that time. You know, he has consolidated, he has been part of history, especially European history for football and basketball. So if you buy into the ownership as it's been tokenized, this is what you get, you get to participate in business of the rich people. I know sports is passionate. The whole of the Croatian people are going to jump at this because they've never had it this good, that with 100 euro, 200 euro, 1,000 euro, 15,000 euro, you can participate in business of the rich. I know football followers and basketball followers, they don't care. Okay. All right. So, and then they have gotten license to do a lot of things, government patronage. They are building a 5-star hotel, 5-star residence complex, wellness center, and so on and so forth. Government of Croatia, is partnering with them, as giving them approval, tennis academy and what have you. So if you're a sports person or you know people who like sports, this is an opportunity to co-own. All right? It makes a whole lot of sense. And then it's pronounced Kibona in the language of Croatia. Then the exclusive deal, some people like their name written on front seats when they are going to watch some football or basketball or sports generally. And then that opportunity exists here. All you need to do, buy 10 hops. You enter the exclusive VIP club. All right? Some people don't like to come back. They like to be in front. So that opportunity exists here. You have freebies. You can see all the freebies. You can screenshot it. If you sell this, if you show this to somebody who really loves sports, basketball and all that, some people is running in their stomach, in their system. They will go for this. And I check the back end. The back end of Sapphire. Sapphire is very transparent. People are rushing into this. Even me personally, I'm not so much of a fan person, but I buy into businesses that make sense. I was surprised when I went to the back end. People are already picking this up seriously. And so that should tell you, because the money these people are making is huge. They plan to make a 100 million euro turnover by 2028. 100 million. What is the investment? The investment is already done. Remember, they already built the stadium. They already have the licenses. They've been there since 1946. They made all their mistakes. They've learned everything they need to learn. And so this is just inviting you to be part of what is already making money. Okay? So you love football, you love basketball. How about owning it? Okay, so I've given you the main deal. So the next thing for you to contact the person who invited you. Don't go to the website and sign up by yourself. No, you'll be missing leadership. You'll be missing meetings like this. You'll not have anybody to mentor. You'll not have anybody to teach you. Okay, one of the problems why people are poor is that they claim they know. They follow Google Maps. Do you know Google Maps sometimes can lead you astray? You need Google Maps, don't get me wrong, but you also need somebody who knows the terrain. This is the reason you need to contact the person who invited you. Because you can't understand everything in one day or in 1 hour. I didn't. But it's a good place to start. All right? Okay, so remember there's a normal app you need to download. You can be the master of your own finances. Again, starting this night. Fortune favors the bold and early adopters. Don't go to sleep without asking yourself, this Lawrence I listened to, supposing he's right, what am I going to do about it? What will you tell your children 10 years from now, 5 years from now, if you didn't take this decision today? Especially now that government is backing one particular blockchain product with laws and regulatory authority. There's no excuse. Or is there? 100 euro cannot be the excuse for a life-changing opportunity like this. Remember, you can choose any of the projects. You can choose one, you can choose all. Okay, so let me address my friends who are here, or maybe we'll just end it. Ambassador Light, you want to decide whether we should end here and take questions and go, or should
I think people already, I think there are some leaders asking for the network marketing idea recommendation. Please just go ahead. Who can stay, can stay. Who doesn't want to stay, no problem. Because we have to do the market for the people. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay, so for those who came in who are new, we promised you 1 hour. Yeah, if you don't have the 1 hour extra 30 minutes or 20 minutes to spend with us, you may leave now, contact the person who invited you. The second part of this discussion is for people who want to do business with Sapphire. People want to be promoters, people want to be influencers. Remember, we're living in an influencer world. Nobody should pretend about that. There are YouTube influencers, there are football influencers, there are music influencers, there are thought leaders, there are economic influencers, there are presidential influencers, as in government influencers and all that. In business too, there are business influencers. And it pays big money in euro, dollar, not in any nonsense currency. So Sapphire is very smart. Sapphire believes in community, knows that community is king. They brought in a technology that way if you buy into our ecosystem, you have reason to stay for between 8 to 10 years. If you marry a man or a woman for between 8 to 10 years, enough time for you to have all your children, isn't it? So that's where the world is headed now, and they treat you right, you're going to stay. So they brought in a very fun, fabulous business package behind it, so that everybody can produce their own community. They pay you for building a community for them. So I'll be leading us through there before I answer your questions, so that we can take all the questions at once. Okay? Remember, if you're leaving, contact the person who invited. If you invited yourself, you know what to do. You can send us an inbox or an email or stuff. Now, vision number 1 is what Sapphire stands for. They are the number 1 company that I'm aware of. Okay? If you know any other one, let me know. That is selling only tokenized products, ownership of such products and services. Ownership. You know, I told you when I started that investors are only 1% in the world. They are the smartest people in the world. So to get somebody to invest and the person to have the knowledge to invest, no wonder Warren Buffett and his friend Charlie Munger stayed at home by researching companies and became billionaires in the world. They never went out to work when they discovered their main passion. So here, Sapphire has put everything in place. All you need to do, belong to a research group, have leaders, have a team, don't work alone. Sit down and brainstorm. You find out that we have the best deal here. Nobody's competing with us as we speak. If you know of any competitor, please drop the name of the competitor and the website or the link of the competitor in the comment box. That is selling only tokenized product ownership. Underline the words ownership, not just people selling already things that they've minted for you. Our own is pre-minted, not, you know, our own is a life minting, I meant to say, not pre, life minting. What is the difference? The one that have been minted, people just have it and they can dump it on the market. Life minting means the one that will be minted today has not been minted yesterday. So every day is fresh minting. That's why they are selling the hub. Hub is an investment you make, trusting that the company will do well. And remember, our own blockchain is not wannabe. It's a blockchain that you have to go through rigors. It's not like Ethereum or Binance where students can even come and try their luck. There's no try and luck here. Because first you go through Interpol, first you go through UAE police, second you go through royal family intelligence, royal family protection and what have you, economic leaders and what have you. And you know these people are not broke, or are they broke? For a member, a blood of the ruler of Dubai to put his name in the public document at Ramzik, you can go to ramzik.com, you can check DIFC, the DMCC website, regulatory authority where they register companies, and go and check Ramzik and check the shareholding. You will see the name of the son of the ruler of Dubai, Anna Maktoum. So the question is, where do you think this thing is going to? They've already told us it's number 1. So if they are going to number 1, it's like a vehicle is moving in the direction you want to move. Which vehicle will you join? The one that has spare tire or the one that doesn't have spare tire? You have to go for the one that is brand new, has spare tire and everything, and ready to hit the road running. You don't go and say because you want to save money, you go to good one for cheap article, and you guess 1 hour into the journey is changing tire. You'll be penny wise, pound foolish. And so they came here and gave us 8 ways to benefit if you want to be an influencer. Inside these 8 ways, 4 you don't need to be active. The other 4 you need to be active, but the 8 are running concurrently. Okay? So I will explain what active and inactive means. I think it's here already. Let me just do that so that we can save some time. Okay, please note you can screenshot. The ones that have good on it, you need to be active. Active means you can see it's defined here. You need to have 1% of your entire volume for the new month. Your accumulated volume before the new month, call it X. 1% of X must be produced by your team in the new month. That's one of the conditions to be active. There are only 2 conditions. The second one is that you or the people you registered in your first generation must purchase at least 100 euro worth of new business in the new month. Simple. If you do those 2, you qualify to earn this extra 4 that have good in front of them. Remember, the other ones that don't have good are already running. You don't need to do anything other than to qualify the first time. Okay, so Those of us who do influencer marketing, what is called relationship marketing, we're already aware that you need a referral link. Referral link is generated by you from Sapphire for free. Contact the person who invited you, show you how to get that. It's free. Then use it, invite people to meetings like this or share this video with the people. And then you share your referral link to them. Why are you sharing to them? You're the one who brought them into a meeting and gave them information. Remember, sharing with them is free. They registering is free. Then that will not give them free access. Underline the words, free access to all the information I've been giving you, provided by the owners of the company themselves at our back end, including videos, write-ups, website, links to verify everything that is being said. So it's no longer about you. It's no longer about them say now, oh, information I cannot verify. No, it's now about they and the company, standard information. And so when they now become convinced, because a good thing will sell itself, they will now contact you. How do I now fund my account? Most people know how to fund their account, but those who don't know how to fund their account, you can guide them. So if somebody now comes, most people don't test the depth of the river with 2 legs. Let's say you meet a well-to-do person and he comes in with 10,000 euro. He can choose any of the products he wants to choose. Okay? According to Sapphire's terms and conditions, 10% of whatever he does, in terms of investment successfully, Sapphire will compensate you from their own reserve. Sapphire has his own money for marketing. Remember, in the world today, you either pay CNN, or you pay Al Jazeera, or you pay influencer, footballer influencer, music influencer, and all that. Sapphire doesn't do that. They keep the money for marketing. You do the work first. If you believe in us, invest, then tell your friends about us. If your friends invest with your referral link, whatever they invest in, we will see it at our back end. Immediately, we'll give you 10%. That's your marketing bonus. So you do the work and you get. But guess what? It doesn't stop there. Indirect means those people that you brought in, if they're interested, is an if, to do the same thing you've done. When they get their own results, you get 6%. So the person can be in the other part of the world where you don't even know, but you get 6%. Can you see all these percentages? 5th generation up to 15th generation. I've been in this line of business for 13 years now. This is the first time I'm getting paid up to 15th generation. Remember, if you don't do the work up to 15th generation, you also don't get paid for up to 15th generation. It's what you do that you get paid. But this is a promise that if you do the work, you get paid according to these percentages. So how many lines can you have? That's the next thing. My dear, there's no limit. You can have 2 lines, you can have 10 lines, you can have 20 lines. But if you plan to earn well, the more the number of the lines, the better for you. Even if you can do 1 million lines, go ahead and do it. You understand why later. The more the number, the bigger the size of the team. Remember, not everybody will be interested in team building. And so let's say you have 10 people on your front line, probably 5, probably 4, probably 3 will be interested. So if you have 100, probably 30, probably 40, probably 20 will be interested in building team. If you have 1,000 like that, so that you cannot do the maths. I remember Rome was not built in a day. You have to give it time and be consistent. You have to work with a leader that knows what I'm telling you about, so that you can gain all the benefits. So that's benefit number 1. Then, please, there's a rider, forgot. Anytime T, moment M in the future, any of these persons you have positioned in your organization, whether 1st generation, 2nd generation, 4th, 5th, 10th, or 15th, makes a repeat purchase, you make money again according to these percentages for life. This is a very important information. In fact, this is one of the reasons I decided to be both an investor and a team builder. Build a team that will pay you for life, backed by government and backed by a regulatory authority. Not just any government, the government of United Arab Emirates. Think about that for a moment. So let's assume you brought in 10 people first to test. Then you decided that we'll bring another 10. Before you know, you bring like 50 people, for example. Remember, this is like something you explain that is happening to you. Each person is buying a hub. The hub is minting. You can sell your token. So there's nothing. Everything is straightforward. Okay? So these 50 people you've brought in, do you know how many people they will also bring in? Let's say out of that 50, 10 of them are also building team out of the 50. 10, which is just 20% out of 50. They will be building. So let's continue to build for like 4 years, 5 years, or 7 years. What I'm saying is that even if you don't do anything again after 7 or 10 years, the people that you have brought, anytime they buy a new product, including products that have not been advertised now in the future, you gain the same percentage from Sapphire. Where have you seen that kind of opportunity before? You work once. If you are patient and you know what to do, you aim for life. As far as there's a new activity, there's a new income. No activity, no income. Activity equal to income. Income will only accrue if you have already registered people and you have informed them that this is what is on ground and they are interested in going in the same direction. Okay, for sake of time, I will stop there. Then the second income stream is rank. Rank is not for everybody. It's for those who want to build the team according to Sapphire's terms and conditions. Those who want to build the team the way they understand it only, fine. They will gain the earlier one I told you. But those of us who have understudied this compensation plan and decided to build it as a career means the way Sapphire wants it to be built, not the way you think you are building it in your old organization or in your head or what have you. Okay, that's why you need a leader that knows what's up and can assist you. So we have a lot of leaders, so you choose the one that makes sense to you. Then we have here the first rank. It's called Ruby. I won't go into details because I'll leave the details for the leaders. You have double Ruby. You can see all these are once-off payments. All right, so this money is converted to the shares of the company called SGI token. SGI stands for Sapphire Group International. Sapphire has tokenized itself. So this is the symbol of its own token. So how do you get the token? You can't buy it from the market, or you can generate it from team building activity. So this one now gives you that. So it's only when we who get it from team building activity through all this money, because this money will be converted to SGI. Okay? Then it's only when we sell it at Binance or wherever it is listed, La Token, Bitmart. I think Bitmart is where SGI is selling. It's only when we sell it there, if we agree to sell, that's when you can buy it at the price. So the price is like moving because the demand for it is higher than the supply. You cannot have it if you don't build team. This is the first time again in the world, in my 13-year history of romancing with businesses like this. Okay? I have not seen where they will give you a rank bonus that gives you ownership of the company. If you have seen anyone, please drop it for me on the comment box. The ranks give you co-ownership of the company, and you can sell it in Bitmart instantly. They give you at the rate of 500 or 1,000, and Bitmart is selling at the rate of 2,000. So you make 200% instantly if you want to sell. Then if you decide to hold it, which is smarter, you are paid dividend every month for holding it for life. The first dividend was 81 euro. That was in June. This started in June. July, it was 71 euro. August, it was 43 euro or so. September is 45 euro per XGI. Something you were doing, you have been paid, though. You hit rank, the company dashed you money. The money now, they're not converted to ownership. You say, okay, let me just keep it and breathe. They're paying you dividend on it. And if you keep holding it without selling it, dividend continue like that for life and is inheritable. So let me ask you a question. Let's assume you started like we all started. You can see, can't you see 80,000 euro? Can't you see 150,000, 300, 500? And there are 7 other ranks that are not listed here. So you can see now, these are dash plus the earlier one, not minus. So this is why I tell everybody who care to listen that fortune is calling. We cannot finish this without, spending some time. So I'm just trying my best to summarize it so that to whet your appetite, so you can contact your leader, the person who invited you to see this, to have a private session and break this down so that it enters your head that, look, you too, yes, you, exactly you listening to me, you can become a millionaire in 4 to 7 years. As in the kind of millionaire, there are 2 types of millionaires in dollars and euro, I mean. The ones starting with, zero, and the ones who already have money. What I'm referring to, you can be a millionaire, you can start with zero and still make it that $1 million between 4 to 7 years. But that will depend if you see the opportunity now and you came with a leader that knows where to take you to. What I'm telling you is a fact. However, you can even accelerate it if you have money, or you can learn faster, or you can remain focused. These are all challenges that people face. They don't know how to learn fast, they are not focused, they are distracted, or they are not working with a leader that is willing to lead them. Supposing you have the fortune of all this put together, then you can do this. Somebody has done it. One Mr. Asker has done it. He has done 50 million euro worth of business. And he has earned a lot of SGI token. Okay, if you're a diamond, you'll have earned all these ones here, plus this 40. If you're a double diamond, you'll have earned all these ones here, plus this 80. If you're a triple diamond, you'll have earned all these ones here, plus this 150. All converted to SGI, and SGI price at a rate that when you now decide to sell it, assume you want to sell, the market Bitmart has multiplied it by 2, 3, 4, 5. If you hold it, the temptation is there if you to hold, if you to sell. But let's assume you hold it, then you are paid dividend every month, 12th of the month for life, and it's inheritable. Tell me where you find such a deal again in the comment box. Then from where are they getting the dividend money to pay you from? 25% of the profit made by Sapphire globally, selling all tokenized products and services. 25% is used to share to people who decide to hold the SGI. If you sell it, of course, you've sold your birthright, your dividend right to the person who bought it from you. So you can see everybody's watching who will sell the SGI, let them grab it because of the dividend. Rich, big men invest for cash flow. Poor people invest for capital appreciation. So this one is a big man's business. It's not everybody that have the eye to see it. So those who have the eye to see it, but cannot access it, Sapphire is giving you opportunity. Come and learn team building, build us a community, and we admit you into the rich people's club. Then if you still want to sell, 5% of the company's profit is kept aside to buy it from you. If you don't understand what you have and you still want to sell it to go and pay children's school fees, good. They'll buy it from you. Okay? Of course, you can requalify the next rank and still get more, supposing you have sold your own. But the best thing is to hold it and enjoy the dividend if you can afford to do that. Okay, so let's assume you have it. What are your options? Well, you can sell it. You're selling on Bitmart instantly. You sell it at a higher price than you got it. So it's like multiple or triple. Then you can also exchange it for Bitcoin, Ethereum, and whatever. Or you can keep it and grow it. Sapphire, as they are growing, the ecosystem is growing, the value will be growing, Bitmart will be responding, you'll be getting dividend while you are holding it. Okay, so the choice is yours. Okay, so then those who are starting, oh, this looks nice. Is there any incentive to start quick? Yes. Most people die in their first 6 months in this business. So they brought out an incentive that your first 40 days, if you can hit a rank called Sapphire, which is 100,000 euro worth of business, according to the terms and conditions of Sapphire, your leader will show you there's something called 40% rule. Okay, how to build the team so that you beat the 40% rule. Once you do that, that is beyond the scope of this presentation. Once you do that, you get double portion. First of all, you get an incentive for doing Sapphire. Then for doing it in 40 days, it's an if. If you do it in 40 days, then it is doubled. It's called double portion. All right? And that will now help you further. Be invited to Dubai for 2 days, 3 days, 5-star hotel accommodation at the expense of the company, subsidize a ticket of 500 euro to come and talk with millionaires, people who have made multi-millionaires on this compensation plan. This is the only business I see that a millionaire who has made it will be inviting you, pay money, come, let me teach you how to become a millionaire. Meanwhile, the other places is lecturers that don't have money, school people, book smart, that have not built anything outside the walls of the university. They're the one teaching you. Meanwhile, you pay school fees in those ones. But here, you qualify. Your qualification has paid for you, so to speak. Then you get the best of the best in this area. People who are earning multi-millions with almost nothing down. We teach you the secret. Then you can become a diamond. Once you are a diamond, you don't need any other thing. The road to diamond would have taught you everything you need to learn. So who are the people mentoring you? Question. Are they millionaires in dollars? Are they multi-millionaires in dollars? Or are they as poor as you? Which is not a problem if they are. But when you qualify as Sapphire, it gives you opportunity to change your friends, change your mentors. You upscale your life. You can't hang around millionaires without learning how to make $1 million. It's not possible. This one is deliberate. They'll teach you. You can't stay around a monkey and don't learn how to lick banana. It's the same principle. Okay, so thank you for spending time with us. I trust I've given you enough to chew so that you can contact the person who invited you. Opportunity to make a fortune is calling. You can change your life literally in a week, in a month, in a year, 2 years, 5 years, or 7 years. But my personal advice for you is think long-term. Long-term is for rich people. Short-term thinking leads to confusion and poverty from experience. Think long-term, think 4 years, think 7 years, think 10 years. Anything that cannot sustain itself for that long, don't start it. This one is already backed by you are not willing to learn. So I wish you the strength to be an investor and also, if you choose, a business builder. The two are available. They are running separately. They can also run concurrently. The choice is yours. So my name is Lawrence Enebeli. Friends and admirers call me Lorenzo the Great. It's been my pleasure to present this on behalf of Sapphire community, headed by Ambassador Light and Genius Investors community. Thank you, and see you on the good side of life. We'll answer your questions now as I hand over to the coordinator, Ambassador Light.
Wow. This one I give you 100% presentation. Thank you so much. For me, this was the best I've seen you done. It's an improvement of the past, and God bless you, my brother. Thank you so much. Once again, that is Lorenzo the Great, a Diamond rank leader. Like you heard him said, it takes somebody who has made it to teach other people. Please, you can stop the sharing of the screen. I will stop the recording, then let's give room for those who want to ask questions briefly so that we can answer that. We had about 50 persons today that connected. I have about 48 people that stayed to the end. So that for me, it shows that you did a great job and you kept them spare band. So once again, thanks so much, Lorenzo. God bless you. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Yeah.